the first one that I wanted to kick off, it's one that I've thought about for a while, is that you are, in this hypothetical, you are drafting a new expansion team, but you can't use any starting players from other teams, only reserves. Draft your team, and we have to do 8 players. Now, it is going to be a snake draft, so you are going to select first, and then I'll get picks 2 and 3, you'll get 4 and 5, and so on.
Yeah, correct. And just to clarify to the plethora of listeners that we have, that when you say starters, you mean people who have started less than 50% of the games this season.
Yeah. Yes, it's quite confusing. We've had a particularly injury-heavy season, so some of these are quite hard to work out, but that is correct, yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
Awesome. Now, I thought to start it off with something a little bit fun. If you could start a new expansion team, where would you like to kick it off? Do you have a city in mind?
I mean, there's the story of the Seattle Supersonics always coming back. I was just having a scroll before and watched that. What are they called? Golden State. There we go. The Golden State Warriors, when they went to Seattle for, I think it was like an exhibition match or something. So there's the theater, the story behind coming back to a city that I very much enjoy, and I don't think there's many other cities that really deserve another basketball team. So,
wow,
yeah, I mean,
shots fired at Vancouver.
Nah, fuck Vancouver. Like if Seattle doesn't have a team, why should Vancouver have a team?
Yeah, well, so I guess today then you'll be recruiting for the remade Seattle Supersonics.
The revamped Supersonics.
Yeah, and I will be the new GM of Vancouver's team that you don't like, the Not-Grizzlies.
The Vancouver shitbags.
That's it. All right. So you've got the first pick. Again, just to recap, you can't select any players that have started more than 50% of the games for a club. So Paznik, who do you take with the first pick?
So with the first pick, it is something that I gave a lot of thought to around who I would want as my first pick. And it might be a bit of a controversial one. But with the first pick of this false draft, I pick Derrick Rose.
Wow.
Because he is technically not a starter. I think he's only started 10 out of 50 games.
Yeah, he's definitely available.
So I picked him up. He's handy with the scoring side of things, 18 points average this season, 5.5 assists, and also fairly reliable from the field, shooting at 49%.
Ooh.
So, yeah, he's...
Stats.
Mate, I got stats.
Oh, yeah. Also, just so the listener knows, we actually had to delay the podcast because Paznik had so many stats ready to go. His internet was slowing down.
I mean, call it what you want. It was actually... I think it more had to do with the fact that you hadn't updated your computer yet. So...
that's getting edited out, mate.
As long as you just, edit it out midway through the sentence, that's all right.
All right, good.
So I've got my starting point guard in Derrick Rose.
All right, so you've gone for Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
All right, so with my first pick, I've also gone a point guard, someone that is going to get me buckets because I feel like let's bring some fans in, and that will be Lou Williams.
Yeah, nice. He was on my scouting list as well. One of the best 6 men of the league. In fact, probably the best at this current time.
Yeah, he also seems cool.
Yeah,
which I like. So.
Yeah, it's very valuable having someone who seems cool on the field. That's exactly what I've gone for in this fake draft.
That's my stats for you, mate. Seems cool. Number 1 pick.
Yeah.
What have we got here? 3-point percentage. 36%. That's lower than I was expecting, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, how about
18.7 points a game? I'm happy with that. For a bench player, give it to me.
Also, turning over the ball 2.8 times a game. So
you don't need everyone's stats here, mate. Let's keep it rolling.
All right.
So that is my second pick. With my third pick, I thought let's keep him comfortable with someone he knows who to play with, or he knows how to play with. Sorry. I'm just going to re-say that. I'm going to edit that back in.
I can leave it as is. That was beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to select someone who he knows how to play with, a center to build my side out with. Give me Montrezl Harrell.
Oh,
So now we've got the reason I like that. They already know how to play together. They've got a great pick and roll game, and I've got scoring from both. So I'm happy with that.
interesting.
Setting my offense off right. So that's my 2 picks.
Interesting. I thought you would have gone for DeAndre Jordan or something along those lines.
Oh, well, you'd be wrong, man.
Yeah, what?
Here you go.
You win some, you lose some, I guess.
That's it. All right, mate. Well, I can do some stats for you if you want.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Great hair, 18 points a game. I'm already staring down the barrel of nearly 40 points a game just from 2 players. Happy with that. He's nearly a 60% scorer from the field. And he takes 0.3 of a 3-point percentage and hasn't taken a single 3-pointer this year. Good. What are we looking at? 1.1 blocks, 1.7 assists, and a 7 rebounds. So chill on that, mate.
Yeah, it's very tidy.
Yep.
All right, with the 4th pick of this this hypothetical draft. I've got to stay on brand.
That's it, mate.
So with the 4th pick, I'm tossing up. I've got a 50-50 here, but I'm just going to go with my gut and go with the ring. Serge Ibaka. He's a point machine with average of 16 points a game so far this year, shooting 52 from the field. He's also a bit better from the free throw line. So if he does get sort of fouled in the paint, he's going to be more reliable than someone like an Andre Jordan. So that's why I've gone for Serge.
Very nice. I like that we both picked smaller centers at the moment. I think Montrez is 6'9", and Serge is 6'10".
Yeah, 6'10", 6'11", something like that.
Yeah, cool. All right.
So I guess is it my go for the next pick?
It is.
Oh. All right.
So you can put that other 50-50, the other side of that 50-50 down, mate.
Yeah, no, I think I might forego that.
Oh.
Let me see here. Everyone's still available. You know what?
Ooh.
I can feel Ryan just yelling at me through the podcast. But with the 5th pick of the Hypotheticals draft, I take Jay Crowder.
Wow. Ryan must have sent you a telepathic message. Jay Crowder.
Wow. Yeah, it's a controversial one. I understand that. But averaging 12 points a game with shooting 44 from the field, 39% from the 3-point range as well, which is tidy for, I think he's what, 6'7".
Yeah.
Also, very high steal rating. So he averages 1.5 steals a game and turns it over 0.6 times a game. So yeah, he's in the positive for gaining possession. So that's why I like a bit of Jay.
All right. Well, I like your team at the moment. I'm starting to sense a bit of a theme here. We've got a little bit of like sort of stronger type players. Okay. All right. So I've got Montrez and Lou Will, and I got the next pick. I am going to go for someone who is going to give Lou Will some time off the ball so he can become a little bit more of a shooting guard. I'm going to go with the league leader in 3-point percentage this season and Bucks player, George Hill.
Yeah, I thought you might. He was on my list as well. Very impressive stats. 53 from the field and 48 from behind paint. So, yeah, impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, what's he playing? Let's have a look at minutes per game. He's at 21 minutes and 9 points. So not great, but he's definitely steady, and he's a reliable option out on the wing. So
6.5 shots a game as well. He attempts the shot 6.5 times, and he gets it in a bit over 3 and a bit.
Yeah,
and doesn't turn it over as well. I like players who have under 1 turnover per game. He's a 0.9.
So sorry, just slides in there.
Not net positive though, because he does only steal the ball 0.8 times a game.
Okay, well, again, Pasnik, we don't need your stats all the time, mate.
I've gone deep. I've gone for the Moneyball aspect.
Still looking for Brad Pitt to play you in the movie of your GMing of the Seattle Supersonics, mate.
Oh, well, when we do become famous,
Yeah.
and the Hypotheticals movie does come out, I want it to be known that I am Brad Pitt.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I've got the next pick here. So we've got Derrick Rose, Serge Ibaka, Jay Crowder at the moment versus George Hill, Lou Will, and Montrez. I've kind of got two kind of options here. Do I try and match your size and give me some options down low? Should I feel like it, or do I try and go opposite and go light and shooting and try and sort of outmatch you that way? I think I'm going to go. This is going to be quite controversial, I feel like. But I want someone big who can hit a three. And I'm talking big size.
Interesting.
I'm talking your Phoenix Sun backup center, Aaron Baines.
Oh, interesting. What's his stats for shooting from the 3-point?
Let me give them to you, mate. His 3-point percentage is 35.
Okay.
Not bad. For a big man, not bad at all.
Yeah.
We're looking at 11.5 points a game.
Yeah.
We're looking at 4 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. Half a block, 0.2 of a steal, 1.2 turnovers. The more I'm reading this, the less I'm liking this decision. But 74% from the 3-point, but he does have a 58% 2-point percentage, which is not bad.
Okay.
So maybe give him a couple more down the block. But I just like the size of him. Set some screens, get Lou Will and George Hill open.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Not who I would have gone for, but that's just me. That's just. What do I know? What do I? I don't even watch basketball.
So that is my pick. I've got a little bit of size down here to match a little bit of a Serge Ibaka or a Jay Crowder.
Jez, the size queen.
That's it, man. Right, yeah.
All right. Well, I need a little bit of finesse and a little bit more shooting. So I'm going to pick up another guard. One of the highest rated 3-point shooters in the league, definitely the highest rated in his team. It is going to be none other than not Steph Curry.
That was my next pick. That's a good one.
The Dallas Mavericks. He's got some tidy stats. 50% from the field, 45 from 3-point range. Averaging around 12.5 points a game. Assists and rebounds are a bit lacking, but, only turns it over an average of once a game as well. So I'm trying to keep the turnovers to a minimum and keep that scoring high.
Wow, I think, and we know Tom Nixon's a fan of this selection from the podcast. He's a Seth Curry fan, so
non-closeted, a very much loud and proud Seth Curry fan is Tom Nixon. So I'm doing him proud and pick. What are we up to? Pick 8?
Yes. This is pick 9.
Pick 9, Seth Curry. There you go.
Oh, that was pick 8. Sorry. Now you're up to pick 9. Go ahead, man.
Here we go. So with the 9th pick, let me see. Again, I think I've got you on size still. So I might just go for another shooter. Let me roll this over a little bit. I think I'm going to go for someone who's perhaps a bit underrated, a bit of a journeyman. Jordan Clarkson.
He was on my list as well. Very interesting.
Yeah, I noticed earlier in the season start of the season when he got picked up. His stats are a little bit underrated. 48% from the field, and attempts the shot 12.5 times a game. So 14.6 points average. And turns it over minimally as well. So that's the thing that I'm going with.
Lovely. Lovely. All right. So you now have, just to recap for our audience, Derrick Rose, Serge Ibaka, Jay Crowder, Seth Curry, Jordan Clarkson. And I'm staring at a Lou Will, George Hill backcourt at the moment, Montrez and Aaron Baines up front. Okay. So now I need someone that's going to give me – I'm going to need some defense here, is my thoughts. I'm going to need someone who can lock down whichever of your guards is going off. And that man is Marcus Smart.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a controversial pick as well because Marcus Smart, is he technically a starter?
No, I would say Kemba is the starter.
Okay. Well, how many games has he played this season, and how many starts has he had?
That's a good question. I've got him at 39 games started.
Right.
Is that half the season?
You tell me.
I think it is. All right. Well, Marcus Smart, thank you, mate. But your service is no longer required. Waived.
Because I did go with Marcus Smart in my preliminary research. I thought he was probably good enough for a number one pick, but
wow.
Well, he's someone that you can sort of build your team around. He's a star of the future, but I thought the fact that he's played over 50% or started over 50% of the games he's played makes him ineligible.
All right.
Sorry to call you out like a punk bitch, but
no, fair call. That's okay. Well, allow me, mate, to remove him from my team. Sorry, Marcus. I mean, you're obviously wanted, but not required. Then here is my next selection. Someone with a high upside. I'm going for a little bit of youth here. This could be a bit of a longer game, but give me Kyle Kuzma.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what do I like about Kyle Kuzma? Had a bit of a dip in the stats this year. But he's peaked at 18.7 points per game.
That's all right.
This season 12.5, so not as good there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got sort of an average 3-point percentage, average 2-point percentage, 1.3 assists, 4.5 rebounds. But what I like is the potential here.
Yeah.
So that's what I've gone for. Kyle Kuzma.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a bit of Kuz. He wasn't on my shortlist, though. I'll just give that away and just say wasn't on my shortlist. But, yeah.
All right. And so that's potentially some sort of a starting five I've got there. It seems like I probably need a bit more shooting, though, in my opinion. Though I do have some good shooters. I do want someone else to keep giving me more threes. So I can potentially go a 3-guard lineup. And I've actually just thought of someone. And I might see if this guy has started enough games. This could be a late decision here.
Interesting. Gotten up to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't like how the defense is reading. So
okay, all right. This one should have come a lot earlier, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it. Give me someone who can run the offense, no matter who's in and who's out. Who's scoring 19 points per game this season off the bench? Started one game. Give me Dennis Schroeder.
Damn. Yeah, that's a good pick. He's on my short list for sure. 19 points a game, 4 assists, almost 4 rebounds as well, and very, very tidy from the field and from 3 points. Connects 2 out of 5 3-pointers that he goes for. So
not bad at all.
You pay that.
You absolutely would pay that. So that is my pick. There is we've got Dennis Schroeder, and I believe that's your turn, mate.
Yeah,
you're
sure. So with my 6th selection in the Hypotheticals draft,
yes,
I am going to go for perhaps another controversial one. He's a first-year rookie. Plays for. Let me just double check. He plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. Actually from Vancouver, Canada. His name is Brandon Clark. Power forward who has got a bit of 3-point about him, which I like. He's shooting 40% from the 3-point line, which I like for someone who is 6'8". Yeah, he's a bit of size on him, and then also shooting at 62.3 from the field. So a lot to like about the youngster in his first season, averaging 12 points a game as well. So nothing to sneeze at.
Wow, very nice, mate.
Yeah. All right, so I've gone for Brandon. I need a bit more height. Let me just think this. You know what? I think it's time to go for perennial all-star, a bit of a journeyman as well. He's not getting a lot of minutes this year. He's playing his role though. Back in La La Land, Dwight Howard.
He was on my list.
Yeah, he doesn't score a lot, but one stat that really stood out to me is he's attempted 5 3-points this season and has made 3. So he is an absolute weapon when he decides to shoot from 3. But yeah, we know Dwight. He's going to get the job done. not from the 3-point line, the free throw line rather. Under 50%, which is brutal. But he will just sort of add a bit of height to my team, so that's always handy.
All right. Very nice. Very tidy. So you have one more selection left. I've got my last 2 picks to go right now. So with my second to last pick, you selected a rookie. I'm going to select a rookie as well. I want a legit sniper, someone who's going to hit some shots for me. And I'm going to select with my 7th pick out of 8, Tyler Hero from the Miami Heat.
Yeah, nice. On my list as well.
Yeah. So the reason you selected him is purely for 3-point stats. He's 12.9 a game. The man's 0.1 of a block, 0.6 of a steal, almost 2 assists, 4 rebounds. But we're looking at that 39% from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
That's what you're mostly looking at right there. So, and 85% or 83% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
So just healthy stats. That's just someone you can throw in there and get you some buckets.
Yeah, you'd hope with that as well he'd be nothing but growth for Tyler.
Yeah. So fingers crossed he does well on this team. And with my final selection, I've probably gone a little bit small. So give me a second. I might actually have to get my final selection was a point guard, but I think I've got too many. So don't mind me for 1 second here, mate. So names that are coming up in my head at the moment, just so you're aware, I've got Robin Lopez is someone, but I'm not entirely stoked with how that would potentially be. Another name that's come up in my head potentially is someone like a Taco Fall, just for the crowd attendance.
They fucking love Taco over.
Yeah.
And why not? He's 7'6"?
Yeah.
7'6", an absolute beast. Doesn't have a lot of hops. Doesn't need a lot of hops.
It doesn't need a lot of hops.
Yeah, just an absolute specimen.
Now, you know what? I'm just going to go my initial pick. I'm sorry to waste your time here, mate. I'm just going to go my initial pick and play small. Give me someone who's consistent, someone who can give my team guidance and calm them down if things are going off. We've got some young players here. We've got some sort of random, like, too cool for school Lou Williams. Give me someone who's level-headed. Give me Goran Dragic.
Interesting.
So that's my thoughts on that one, mate. Let me see if I can pull the man up here.
Yeah, let's hear some Goran stats.
Here we go, mate. So Goran is giving you 16.1 points.
Okay.
He started 1 game this season, so not bad.
Yep.
We've got a 37% 3-point. We've got a 49% field goal, and we've got a 76% free throw. Not a lot of defense coming off there, but 5.1 assists, nothing to sneeze at there.
Mm.
And 2.5 turnovers. So he's doubled it, which is nice.
Yeah.
So that's just a level head to come off the bench and keep the team happy.
Nice. Well, yeah, you've definitely gone for the small team, which I thought we were doing in the second round of this hypothetical, but you've decided to do it in the first round, which is your choice and also your funeral. Because I'm gonna look to tower over you. Now, I'm gonna pick a Latvian with my last pick. There's a plethora of them in the league now. Obviously, I wanted to pick Jez F.M, my namesake, who's made it into the NBA for the first time this year with the Washington Wizards. But his numbers are pretty fucking piss poor, if you ask me. Averages 6 points for his 17 minutes per game. So that's not what I'm liking. I am liking someone who's already been brought up in previous podcasts and who you've trashed. And now he's going to trash you and your team. It is Davis Bertans. At 6'10", he is nothing but clinical and an absolute machine. His stats are good. I like it. It's 29 minutes and he's scoring 15 points a game, shooting 43% from the field. Also, doesn't mind a 3-point shot.
At all.
No, not at all, and hits them as well at 42%, which is nice for someone who is 6'10".
Yeah.
His other stats are just okay. 1.7 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and turns it over about 1.1 times a game. So that's going to be my final pick.
All right, mate. Well, good luck getting people in the stands with Davis Bertans.
I mean, we'll win so much. They'll just say, "Can you please stop winning?" That's what they're going to say about the reformed Supersonics.
All right. Well, I guess the second part of this sort of thing is to digest our teams and then see also how they would probably stack up in the NBA. So let's take a look at these lineups. If we were to just take it, just to eyeball it, let's have a look at these lineups and which one. Just sort of explain your reasoning. I'll explain my reasoning, and the listener can decide, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Well, starting at point guard, obviously Derrick Rose, seasoned vet, on the comeback trail, got a point to prove. So if that's not bringing people through the turnstiles, I don't know what will. And then rotating through at shooting guard, I've got Seth, not Steph Curry. Just an all-round good shooter. So that's something that you want at that position. And then rotating through them, coming off the bench again. Sorry, Jordan. Jordan Clarkson will be coming off the bench to fill those two spots because I've only got 3 guards on my team. Yeah. And then at shooting forward, I would probably have. Yeah, I'm thinking Crowder over Bertans.
I would say so.
Yeah, Crowder, just a bit more of a seasoned vet, knows his things, and doesn't turn the ball over, which is what you want from a starter. Also, cleaning that glass as well with 5.8 rebounds.
Oh.
And also just a bit of a pickpocket with the 1.5 steals.
Yeah.
And then power forward position, I'm going for Dwight Howard. How could you not? Speaks for himself. Dunk champion. It's an all-round champion, Dwight Howard. And then, of course, the only center I have is Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, well, I like that you said Dwight Howard is an all-round champion. Man's never won an actual championship, but all-round champion nonetheless.
It counts, okay?
Well, very nice, mate. So a bit of got not a bad roster there. A little bit deep.
Yeah.
Towards the middle, which I don't mind. I'll go through mine quickly. 2 sets of teammates in mine, which I think is important. You've got the familiarity. You've got the Lou Will and Montrez together, and you've got Tyler Hero and Goran Dragic together. Yeah. Already know each other, so you've got a bit of consistency there. We've got some potential people that can light it up in Kuzma and Schroeder, especially Schroeder off the bench. He knows how to play a 3-guard lineup in OKC, and he'll be doing it again here with potentially Dragic, Lou Will, or George Hill, depending on how I want to roll it.
Very small thus far. Just pointing that
out. And then finally, the whole play is going to be quite small, this lineup, with Montrez probably being my starting center, and then you have an Aaron Baines coming off the bench.
Right.
So I would say that my starting lineup probably looks along the lines of George Hill, Lou Will, I would say maybe Goran Dragic, Kuzma and Montrez, so a little bit of a small ball start off, and we can go into a Schroeder Baines off the bench, Tyler Hero as well if we need some threes. Oh, and the second thing that we should do is see, would either of our rosters beat any current rosters in the NBA?
Atlanta Hawks, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And in fact, probably my team as well, my former team, after they got sold to the Dallas Mavericks, the New York Knicks. They're probably going to get torn up by my team.
I'd say the current Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, if they're not fit.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see. You got Steph and Draymond, which is good, and then the rest of the people, I think, on 2K have to have a net rating of 60 or less.
Yeah, right. That's fair enough.
But yeah, all right. So there you go. Expansion teams, mate.
Yeah.
Looking for those number 1 picks.
Got them.
All right.